Okay, so good morning guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we have a lot of real gameplay footage for each class, and in this video we'll go through them one by one. Hopefully this will help you decide which class to choose when the game finally launches. Okay, so we'll start with the Knight. Obviously this is a melee class, and based on the gameplay footage I watched, the main role of the Knight is pulling enemies and taunting them. Honestly, it has a very similar vibe to classic RO. As you can see right now, the Knight is constantly gathering monsters instead of killing them one by one. That's because I think grouping is the Knight's biggest strength in this game ROM2. Also guys, notice the yellow bar under the HP bar. This is actually a new mechanic in this game. Like when this bar breaks, you can easily get stunned, interrupted, or locked down, which can completely mess up your gameplay. So one of the key things when playing Knight is watching this bar carefully. Like before it gets too low, you activate something like super armor, which is kind of similar to endure, I think, in classic RO. This helps you keep moving and stabilize the fight instead of getting comboed and stunned by the monsters. So if you like being a tank, someone who protects teammates, Knight is definitely a class you will enjoy. But at the same time, Knight is not just a tank. As you can see here, it can also handle content on its own. So you can be a solo player too with this class. Okay, so guys, next class we have here is the Hunter. In classic RO, Hunter is commonly used for farming, and here in ROM2 it gives almost the same vibe. For example, in this gameplay footage, you will notice that the controls for this character is not even moving, and the streamer or the gamer or the tester is not even using his skills, he's just using normal attacks. So basically by holding one button, your Hunter will continuously attack and farm on its own. So this is one vibe you will get from this class. You can do something like auto farm in one spot because you can just spam normal attacks and let it do the farming for you. But of course, there are situations where things get more dangerous and Hunter will struggle a bit. And when that happens, guys, just like what we see here, Hunter switch from pure attacking to trap-based control. Like traps can freeze or traps can lock enemies in place, giving you safer situation to deal damage. And also guys, I think Hunter really shines when someone else is tanking. Like the Knight we talked about earlier. In that situation, the Hunter can just stand back and shoot non-stop. So it basically becomes like a tower in a MOBA game like Mobile Legends or Dota or League. Tower that is constantly attacking enemies nearby, it will become like that. So guys, if you like simple, consistent, and very forgiving gameplay, I think Hunter is a great first class to pick. Okay, so guys, next class we have is the Mage. In classic RO, Mage gameplay, especially for farming, is usually more of a hit and run style or freeze then hit style, right? Here in ROM2, it's actually very similar. Like Mage is a class built around setup and then burst. So basically you just don't press random skills. Instead, you follow a skill sequence. For example, here you freeze enemies first, which turns them into a water element. And then when you follow up with lightning skills, you deal more damage. So that's basically the core gameplay loop of Mage. Now you might be wondering about mana or SP. So based on this footage, mana works a bit differently here. Instead of relying heavily on SP potions or sitting down like in classic RO, you can actually recover mana by using normal attacks. That's why here notice that when he is using skill, the mana is decreasing, but when he is using normal attacks, it recovers his mana. So with this system, Mage gameplay becomes a mix of skills like normal attacks, then skills again, just to manage your mana while fighting. And that said, Mage has low toughness and low forgiveness. Like one mistake, you'll really feel it based on this footage. So again, Mage is incredibly powerful, but at the same time, it's very demanding. So pick this class if you enjoy planning, positioning and executing combo-based gameplay. Okay, so guys, next gameplay footage we have here is the assassin. Based on what I saw here, its gameplay actually revolves around poison and explosion. So the basic idea is simple, like you poison one target and then spread it to others and let the chain reaction do the work. And the cool part here is that when poison enemies die, they explode, which makes clearing groups extremely fast once everything is set up. Well, for me, this is really good for Assassin because in older Ragnarok mobile games, Assassin usually struggled in PvE and early content. So it's nice to see Assassin having some form of AoE potential here. And another key thing you'll notice is that Assassin automatically enters stealth, like hiding or cloaking in Arrow Classic when dashing. So this makes him very safe when changing position instantly, especially when setting up attack. So if you're into that ninja style gameplay like hiding, changing position, and surprising enemies with a burst damage, Assassin I think is definitely a class you will enjoy. Okay, so guys, next class we have is the Blacksmith. And based on what I read from the Chinese community and what we see in the footage, Blacksmith specializes in breaking enemy toughness and chaining crowd control. As I mentioned earlier, this game has this toughness system, the yellow bar under HP. So when this bar is empty, even normal hits can easily interrupt you. So for enemies, they also have this system like this. Once their toughness is broken, it opens them up to heavy crowd control, like they get stunned and knocked down, and by that it creates perfect opportunities for you to spam some combo skills. You will also notice, guys, that axe skills actually deals bonus damage after enemies' defenses are broken. That's why you're seeing a lot of boosted damage here. So just like Knight, guys, I think Blacksmith also has the same gameplay vibe, like it groups enemies first before attacking. But for Blacksmith, I think the more enemies there are, the better it feels. Like more enemies means more control, not necessarily more danger. This is also why I think Blacksmith will likely be very oppressive in group fights and PvP. So if you enjoy dominating fights through crowd instead of raw damage, Blacksmith is one of the most satisfying class to play in ROM 2. And guys, I know there's still the Acolyte or Priest class. Unfortunately, guys, we don't have full gameplay footage for it yet like the other classes, so we can't really do a proper review. But the basic idea is that it will still be a support class like healing and buffing. But based on modern Ragnarok MMO design, I believe Acolyte won't be just pure support and will also be able to deal damage on its own. So guys, that's it for today. And among all these classes, guys, which one do you think you'll be using at launch? Let me know in the comments so we can see which classes are the most popular and which ones people might ignore. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching and supporting this channel. And happy gaming, guys, and see you in the next one.